him, I will tell you without revealing any names that we have been bombarded by phone calls and text messages from people who want Graham Plattner off the ballot, who are high up in Maine politics, and we've been getting that for the last 2 weeks. So, why do I say this? Because there's a conspiracy? No, not at all. Go back to what I said at the beginning. A warning for Washington Democrats. You do need to listen to Graham Plattner, because whether it's true or not, just as Scotty said about her son who's been working on this campaign, rank and file Democrats who have been supporting Plattner from the very beginning think that this was cooked up in Washington, D.C. with a lot of money behind it to find anything that could be found to get Graham Plattner off the ballot. And I will say, we know nothing about that. Meek and I have been scratching our heads for the last couple of weeks going, why are we getting all these calls about Graham Plattner needing to be off the ballot?
Your own woman.
Like,
it's just
like constant calls. So anyway, that's what Democrats on the ground in Maine believe. So Washington needs to stay out of this, and Maine Democrats need to figure out who is going to replace Graham Plattner on the ballot. If Washington thinks they can micromanage this and fix this, they need to listen to what Caddy's son said, because they're going to piss off their base. Their base won't come out and vote in the general election. They just won't.
Yeah, we should not underestimate the excitement that Plattner instilled in people, including voters who had told reporters in Maine they hadn't voted in a while. They found a connection with him. He, for all of his flaws, and there are obviously many, he was a charismatic, a talented political athlete. People were drawn to him, and his messaging worked. And it's reflective, and we've seen this across the country right now. There's sort of not a civil war, but a real debate in the Democratic Party and about which direction to go. And there's real energy on the progressive side, the anti-establishment side. We saw it in Colorado, we've seen it in New York, we've seen it in other races, saying we're tired of same old, same old. Some of it is about age and generation, but some of it is about charisma, energy, and speaking to the issues that matter to voters, like charging up new voters, progressive voters. And there are some Democrats very nervous about that. And certainly, you're right. I received a lot of these same concerns. There was institutional opposition to Plattner within the Democratic Party. Now, some of that is because they feared other scandals were coming, and obviously that ended up being correct. But there was more to it, and there really is a Washington feels very isolated from the rest of the Democratic Party throughout the rest of the country right now. And I think as Maine looks to replace Plattner, they're going to have to be careful, to your point, because they risk losing some voters. That if they think that the next nominee is just sort of handpicked from D.C. or someone who doesn't resemble Plattner at all, there's a chance Plattner will lose some of that support when Susan Collins does appear vulnerable at a moment when Democrats at least look like they've got a real chance to travel a wave this November.
Yeah, Washington was scared. Washington was scared. And again, this has nothing to do with the allegations and whether they're true or not. And again, that is something that, that over time, people can sort through everything and figure it out. I will tell you, though, in all my years in politics, I have never once, when a candidate won a primary overwhelmingly, I've never once seen in a Senate race or a congressional race, I've never had people calling, I've never had people like 10 days, 2 weeks out, basically saying, we're going to try to get him off the ballot. We're like sending people up to Maine and basically going to go through all of Maine because we think there's more and we're going to find more. And we have 2 weeks, we have 10 days, we have 8 days to get him off the ballot. That's what they were saying before these allegations came out. Well, he's off the ballot. So if we've been hearing this as outsiders, imagine what Democrats on the ground in Maine have been here. So we'll see what happens.
We'll revisit this soon.
We'll revisit this soon, yeah.
I do have some reflections on the allegations from Maine voters. Jackie Alamany, thank you very much for coming on this morning. We'll see you soon. And still ahead on Morning Joe, the latest on the growing tensions in the Middle East. As the United States and Tehran trade new strikes overnight. Plus, amid the president's continued calls for more defense spending by NATO, our next guest says Trump's fixation on percentages has distorted what an alliance is and how members should address the matter. Retired Army Lieutenant General Mark Herdling joins us with more on that. We'll be right back.
Look, we're celebrating 250 years. Yeah. The one thing I know about Republicans, when we had a very bad candidate and found out, we didn't vote for that person. We walked away, for better or for worse. When Matt Gaetz came forward, yeah, we got rid of him. Most people call leaf filter when their gutters are clogged and they notice one of the many issues that can bring. You can get ahead with costly damage by protecting your home's gutters today.
Schedule your free inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
This is the story of the one who knows half-baked preparation leads to downtime that could bring the whole workday to a standstill. That's why she relies on Grainger. With professional-grade products, next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure her team, and a whole lot of donuts, make every day a little sweeter. Call Quick Grainger.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Crimson Desert. We're going to get started here in a couple minutes. I like to run a splash screen, give it a little time to get going, and I'm also preparing myself, eating breakfast, doing a bong hit, getting the game ready, watching the news. But then so you skip ahead till you see some action. So if you're watching this, you can skip ahead a few minutes. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, Crimson Desert. Like I said, this is like a hodgepodge of many other games. Every time I play this game, it reminds me of a different game. Every time I play this game, it reminds me of other games, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. This is, it's a lot of good games in this game. So we're going to get playing here in just a couple minutes. In the meantime, you're listening to MS Now. You can go subscribe to MS Now on YouTube and watch MS Now on YouTube. And maybe do one more segment of MS Now. They're talking about the war in Iran. The United States and Iran traded missiles overnight, so they're going to cover that, and then we'll get playing with the game right afterwards.
missile shot by the Islamic Republic of Japan. They were shot at the aircraft carrier over a period of about 1 hour. 111 missiles going to a very expensive ship, and every one of those missiles was knocked down.
That's the president yesterday with Desert A Hodgepodge mixing up Iran and Japan. Let me tell you, Willie, I am not the best man to cast stones at somebody who mixes things up, especially after a transatlantic flight. I mean, I still, you know, about every 3 times I'm talking about Macron, I call him Mitterrand. When poor Jack Scarborough has to watch me watching the Red Sox at night, I'll be sitting there and we'll be talking and go, who's that guy that hit the home? He'll go, Ortiz. So yeah. And we had that kid reminds me of that, who's that left? Ted Williams. Yeah, Ted Williams. It really is torture for it. But so I'm not going to criticize anybody who has a slip of the tongue like that again, especially after not getting sleep. That said,
Here we go again.
if Joe Biden had said that, oh my God, the world would come to an end. We would be like, they would say, put electrodes up to his brain right now, because obviously the 25th Amendment must be put into effect at once. The double standard, I got to bite my tongue because I want to say something, but I'm not going to say something, but I cannot wait for certain people to write books about how we knew all along. We knew all along he was demented. We knew all along. And how could we have just sat there and sat back and said that? It happens. It happens. But we can say that. But the Republicans can never say that about Joe.
No, and you could make that point several times per day if you listen to the remarks that the president gives, the long speeches he gives, the rants he goes on, the rambling. You know, a slip of the tongue, Japan, Iran. He called President Zelensky, President Putin yesterday. You know, it happens in the course of a day, I guess. But you're right. The side-by-side, the comparison, and the moniker of Sleepy Joe for a president who often falls asleep in public. You can do this all day if you want to. But there are weightier issues because the war with Iran has stepped up again. The United States, again, launching strikes across Iran last night, just hours after President Trump said he believed the ceasefire is over. U.S. Central Command says it hit 90 targets, including missile and drone sites near the Strait of Hormuz, in an effort to further degrade Iran's ability to threaten shipping in that key waterway. Iranian state media and the IRGC also reported strikes on bridges in the country, which would be the first attacks of its kind from the United States since April. Iran's health ministry says 2 days of U.S. strikes now have killed at least 14 people and wounded dozens more. President Trump called yesterday's strikes retribution for Iran's attacks on commercial vessels, warning on social media, if it happens again, it will get much worse. Iran hit back, attacking U.S. bases in Kuwait and Bahrain for a second night. The country's parliamentary speaker and top negotiator issuing the warning to U.S., quote, if you strike, you'll get hit. As tensions and rhetoric ramp up again, President Trump was asked yesterday why his opinion of Iran's leaders seemed to have changed.
Last month, you said Iranian leaders were very rational people, nice people to deal with, strong people, smart people. Today, you said they were scum, sick people, and being led by sick people. What changed, and do you think
I got to know them. So I've said that about a lot. Now, when you say rational, I think they're much more rational than level 1, level 2. Level 1 is gone, level 2 is gone. This is level 3. I think they are more rational, but based on their actions over the last week or two, they're not doing a service to the people. And I think more than anything else is I got to know them. And I'm not sure I want to make a deal with them. We can play games, but I'm not sure I want to make a deal. Let's just finish the job.
Joining us now, decorated combat veteran, former commander of U.S. Army Europe, retired Army Lieutenant General Mark Pertling. He is an MS Now military analyst. General, great to have you with us as always. So that flimsy memorandum of understanding has proven to be quite that flimsy over the last couple of weeks and now seems to have fallen apart. No negotiations. President Trump suggesting yesterday that Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff should just come home. It's a waste of time, he says, to talk to the Iranians, who he's now calling scum. What do you make of these new attacks by the United States and the attacks from Iran, which, again, go to American bases and threaten neighbors and allies of the United States in the Gulf?
Well, Willie, it gets back to the point you made at the very beginning, that it is not a ceasefire. It is a memorandum of understanding to start discussions. And there haven't been a whole lot of meat put on that bone of that agenda of the memorandum of understanding. So when ships started moving through the strait again, which Iran said they wanted to talk about during the meetings that would be held as a result of the memorandum of understanding, they were violating what Iran believes is their territory. So it is just, when the president says we're just going to bring people home, and when he again says, hey, these people are scum and we don't want to deal with them, it's only digging the hole deeper. All wars end in some type of diplomatic measure, and if you don't have the capability to talk and get something accomplished, military force is not going to provide any kind of relief from the kinds of issues we've been seeing over the last 4 months or so.
So General Hertling, I co-wrote a piece for The Atlantic on this that came out last night, and in it we quote a Middle East expert who fears that these two countries may, quote, sleepwalk our way back to war, that it's going to be this like low-level tit-for-tat and, escalation or then retaliation, and it will grow back into more open hostilities. Now, President Trump, as we have seen so often, doesn't really want to do that. Even yesterday, even after authorizing these 2 nights of strikes, made clear, this could be over quickly. He made sure to say that he wants his negotiators to keep talking. But as long as the Strait of Hormuz is in Iran's hands, and this is where I want you to weigh in, it seems like fundamentally there can't be an agreement, because as we report in the story, the White House nearly every day is getting calls from their allies in the Gulf, the other states there, frankly, have taken the brunt of Iran's attacks, who simply say it is unacceptable for us to pay tolls to use the Strait of Hormuz. We're not going to refill Iran's coffers after they've pummeled us for weeks.
Yeah, the issue hasn't been addressed, Jonathan, and I've read your piece. It's very good. And it goes back to the point that this is asymmetric warfare. Military activities by both sides. And by the way, the president still refuses to call this a war. And by very definition of what a war is, armed conflict between opposing parties, this is a war. It's not a military operation or a denuclearization, as he said in the press conference yesterday. When you have these kinds of things going on without adequate discussions and through diplomacy, Iran has the upper hand in both information and economics, 2 of the powers of any nation. So if they control the strait and there are no ships willing to go through because of insurance purposes, they have the advantage. Let's just put it that way. And the president just returning to strikes is just more of the same. And you're looking to execute military operations to try and get to an objective. The objective hasn't been defined. The president's all over the map still on what the end state requirement is. He said yesterday it was denuclearization, and then proceeded to say that all the nuclear dust was buried underground and Iran could never get to it. It is all about economics right now. And, you have to solve that through diplomatic talks, and that's not happening.
All right, General, if you could stand by and everybody stay right there. For a break, we're going to move to Ukraine and another major shift in that war. We'll be right back.
It's unbelievable.
Doctors recommend Colay stool softener for gentle, dependable relief from constipation. It's so gentle, doctors even recommend it during pregnancy. And after surgery, Colay increases water in the stool, making it softer so it's easier to go. Also available in extra strength soft gels and delicious gummies. Here's Chris Cunahan with the Leaf Filter Gutter Report.
From blizzards and downpours to windstorms or heat waves, no matter where you live, Leaf Filter keeps your gutters clog-free year-round. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Save up to 76% on select styles of beautiful new carpet or flooring. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Visit EmpireToday.com or call 800-588-2300.
Want to see a ripple effect?
It starts with one action.
Get an Aquasana water filter and improve the quality of your water everywhere it flows.
One change, big difference.
Now up to 50% off at Aquasana.com.
Cinderella's the best.
My little girl loves wearing princess dresses almost every day. Irma has high-risk neuroblastoma. It was really hard to see our sunny, bright little girl hurting. St. Jude touches the lives of so many kids. And so even though her prognosis is still scary, we have a lot of hope.
Every minute matters for the children at St. Jude. They need your help. Please call, go online, or scan the QR code right now and give $19 a month to make a difference.
When your kid has cancer, just the stress and just the worry is definitely the hardest part. And seeing my wife's heart broken.
He was a healthy little boy running around, playing all the time. Childhood cancer is absolutely crushing. Hope is coming in these walls every day as he fights the battle of his life.
The search for cures must continue. Join with your credit or debit card for only $19 a month, and we'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt. You can proudly wear to show your support.
The donations and the research is saving our daughters. St. Jude, they lift you and carry you on the days that you
They give us lots of love and made me feel like I had two homes, kind of. St. Jude and my home.
You can make a difference. Become a partner in hope today. Please donate now.
This is a story about the one who can fix nearly anything, and turns to Granger, who has almost everything. He troubleshoots issues, maintains the facility, and keeps it all on track. Few may even put the work in, but when they see the results, they know he's the one who keeps the doors open. The high-quality industrial products you need, plus a million more. Call, click Granger.com, or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
The bloating was very uncomfortable.
You just feel heavy.
I was pretty miserable, to be honest.
When I started taking DSO1, it was just a couple of days in, and I started to feel less bloated.
I felt my regularity improve, lighter.
I could tell that it was working.
I actually don't experience bloating anymore. DSO1 has become a non-negotiable in my routine.
It has become an essential part of my life.
Honestly, it's pure magic.
Visit C.com to start DSO1 today.
For years, Debbie always hid her smile. And it just become habit. The covering hand, the moment stifled. But with her new teeth from affordable dentures and implants, Debbie now beams with the power of 1,000 suns. Not a hovering hand in sight. Shine on, Debbie. Shine on. Affordable dentures and implants. That's what we do.
President Trump says the U.S. will allow Ukraine to manufacture Patriot air defense systems, appearing to grant one of Kyiv's biggest requests as Russia intensifies its missile attacks. Ukraine says it is running low on interceptors, and more than 50 people have been killed in Russian strikes this week. Trump announced the move after meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the NATO summit.
The company that makes them, which is building now 4 plants, all of our companies will be able to do this in 2 to 3 months. If you order a Patriot, now you have to wait a long time for them. Same thing with Tomahawks. We have a lot of certain equipment, but with they call it the elite equipment, and you don't need elite equipment necessarily for a war. But so one of the things we're going to be talking about is we're going to give a license to you to make Patriots. That's pretty cool, right? This way you can't complain that we're not giving them enough. It's like, make them yourself.
While Trump said Ukraine would get a license to build the missiles, he acknowledged U.S. defense companies haven't yet been informed. And experts say it could take years before Ukraine is able to produce the sophisticated interceptors. So KDK, it's one thing to say that you can get these systems. Sounds like the actual action of getting them might take a lot longer.
Yeah, and this is something, Mika, that the Ukrainians really do need, and we've seen it this summer. It's been brutally attacks with missiles from Russia into Ukraine that have really hit civilian areas and killed many Ukrainians, and that's why they so desperately need these interceptors. But General, let me ask you this, because in a way, these Patriot missiles are what links the war in Ukraine and the war against Iran, because it was again in the war against Iran that we ran down supplies, that our Gulf allies ran down their supplies. Now we don't have that many, and even if we give the Ukrainians what they've been asking for, which is the license to make these Patriot interceptors, the latest version of them, in Ukraine, how long, to Zelensky and Mika's point, how long is that going to take? Because they need these now. This summer is when they are really getting hit by Russia.
Yeah, the devils are in the details, Caddy. When I saw the press conference and the president announced that yesterday, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. And the reason why is because he was using the example of an aircraft carrier, a point target, which has its own air defense system defending against 100 or so drones and a couple of missiles coming in. All very good action by the U.S. Navy. But when you're talking about Ukraine, a country the size of Texas, with many point targets throughout the area, you need a lot of air defense. And when the president says, hey, we're going to give you a license, Raytheon isn't going to go in the ground right now because it's the same thing as the Strait of Hormuz with ships. Raytheon isn't going to go in the ground right now because it's the same thing as the Strait of Hormuz with ships. Raytheon isn't going to go in the ground right now because
A hearty. It is not worrying. out of love for our ailing king, Grand General Bastir has ensured today's event be most memorable. Well then, I do hope you enjoy.
Grand General Bastir. Yes, one of the orchestrators of that incident. Ah, there you are, Greymane. I see you got your invitation.
But did you really need my help?
Let us hope it's just an old man's needless worry. Just relax and enjoy the festivities. Let's go inside. Yes, come along. The banquet is about to begin. Duke Caliburn has not been seen since that day.
Caliburn?
The one behind the blood coronation. The purge that ousted countless Demonician nobles.
Oh, look, it's the Demonist delegation. Oh, it's done.
And now the time has come to unveil the Grand General's special gift. Oh, it's about to open. What could it be?
What could possibly be inside it?
What is this?
Does everyone like it?
With the blessing of Great Solomon, we celebrate the arrival of this bountiful harvest season.
They call this a gift.
On behalf of the King of Demonith, Grand General Bastir has arranged this grand display.
My word. Look at the size of it.
Though chaos reigns and evil spreads, the alliance between Hernand and Demonith shall endure. And Demonith will bring peace to Pywell. And those who threaten our alliance shall meet the same fate as this beast! Long live Demonith! Musketeers, forward! Ready, arms! Aim!
This is utter nonsense.
Fire! What are you playing at? Quickly, kill the monster!
This doesn't seem right.
Enough!
Sad, dude.
Let this serve to remind you. Under the guidance of the great king.
Sad. I mean, they could like feed it and love it and take care of it, but it doesn't look like it once loved. I guess it's gonna be up to me to fight this thing, man.
Get out of here now.
I won't leave you.
You need to protect them.
No, this is good. This is like A+, man. Good cartoon animation followed by a fun battle. Oh, he got me anyway. Damn. Damn, that's tough. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for this. I don't know that I have enough healing. But let's see, I almost had it, so let's try again. Hold on, because I could go do more healing. I wasn't prepared for a boss fight, dude. Before you know what I mean? I didn't have to initiate those here. So, since we just now initiated it, let me get some better healing before I go in there, man. Hey, hi, Christ. Thank you, Christ. Thank you, Christ.
Hello there. What will you be drinking? Why, hello. Are you looking for someplace quiet? All are welcome under my roof. I'm sure you'll like it. No, thanks. Everyone needs a rest from time to time. Everyone needs a rest from... Sit! Make yourself at home. Soon.
You're taking the piss, mate.
The treasures here can't be bought with gold. The treasures here can't be bought with gold. The treasures here can't be bought with gold. Your aid is always needed and valued. Take all the time you need to make your choice. This is for your eyes only. I set something aside, knowing your aid is always needed and valued.
You've got to think quick and act quicker.
Those mean bandits will regret what they've done. Let's play Catch the Bandit.
Fashion may change, but elegance is...
You're sure to find something fitting here. Let me know if something piques your interest.
The problem is I end up using everything, man. You need to go to your storage, man, and put it in your storage. I can't even buy armor because I'm like packed with stuff. Here, saw the bugs, dude.
take all the time you need.
I think it'll suit you well.
Oh, I admire your flair for stuff. Come back whenever you want to drop. Yes, your best.
You half-witted Chester. That Greymane, if he really is one, was completely smashed.
True strength comes from the soul, not just the steel. Searching for stars? Remember me when your blade grows dull.
You never cease to surprise me.
Cool. Wait, where was that office? I was just, is that the office? Yeah, that's it.
Ya stinking dog!
Our vaults are guarded with utmost care. You need... Carrying valuables carries risk. Better to leave them in our care. We guarantee safe transaction. Until next time.
Take all the time you need to make your choice. I prepared everything with you in mind. Don't hesitate to visit again.
I must visit Marshal Midler. Grand General Bastia has ensured today's event be most memorable. Well then, I do hope you enjoy.
Grand General Bastia. Yes, one of the orchestrators of that incident. Ah, there you are, Greymane. I see you got your invitation.
I told you he'd come.
I heard the news. But did you really need my help?
Let us hope it's just an old man's needless worry. Just relax and enjoy the festivities. Let's go inside.
Yes, come along.
The banquet is about to begin.
Duke Caliburn has not been seen since that day.
Caliburn?
The one behind the blood coronation. The purge that ousted countless Demonician nobles.
Oh, look, it's the Demonist delegation. Oh, it's starting.
And now the time has come to unveil the Grand General's special gift. Oh, it's about to open. Look at it!
What could possibly be inside here?
What is this?
Does everyone like it?
With the blessing of great Solomon, we celebrate the arrival of this bountiful harvest season.
They call this a gift.
On behalf of the King of Demonith, Grand General Bastir has arranged this grand display.
My word. Look at the size of it.
Though chaos reigns and evil spreads, the alliance between Hanand and Demonith shall endure. And Demonith will bring peace to Pywell. And those who threaten our alliance shall meet the same fate as this beast! Long live Demonith! Musketeers, forward! Ready, arms! Aim!
Man, I'm too tired. I gotta play later. We'll play more later, dude. I'm just so fucking tired, dude. Wait, maybe I could wake myself up. Say, come on, man, you can do it. I'm gonna get up and play, snap myself out of it. I was dozing off here for a minute here. Wait, I had him before down to 1. Hold on. Hi Amy, what up? I got an air conditioner, so my place is nice and cool. I suddenly couldn't move. What the fuck? I hate when there's phase 2 of a fight. Just make the fucking fight the fight, dude. You have to be like phase 2. It's his fucking sonic stun that's a pain. I'm like, not a fourth time, man. Come on. Please, just let him be beat, dude. I'm sick of fighting this guy now. It's been 3 fucking battles. He just gets away to fight him another day. He's a tough guy, man. Well, good. I didn't want to drag him in, torture him, and kill him. Let him go.
This is getting out of hand.
So I think we conclude we don't like the Dimensons, or a bunch of assholes.
This is getting out of hand.
We'll track him down.
You shouldn't be here.
I didn't expect things would come to this.
What is Bastia even thinking?
I'm not certain, but it's clear he has no intention of leaving Hernand in peace. And from what I found out, there's good reasons to believe that that beast wasn't the only thing he sent.
You best keep your voice down.
There's talk that others slipped into Hernand amidst the chaos. I've also received information connected to you and your people. It concerns the Black Bears who attacked you. Records show someone in Demonis has been supplying them, but their identity remains unknown. There may be another force moving against you.
Damien, we should move before someone spots us.
I'll dig deeper into this. Please, stay alert.
Shit. I thought I could land in the water. Oops.
Curse you, stranger!
How many more do we need?
Not too many. Only 3 more.
We're busting arses for those bleed fuckers anyways. What a load of Nan's got a plan to sort them. We just wait, then scoop up the spoils.
Hold on. We've got ourselves a nosy rat. Kill him!
Strike me like you mean it!
Anyone, please! Save me! Oh, thank you. I was waiting for you to come. Both courage and the wisdom lead you to do what is right. You are welcome to visit my abode. May wisdom guide your path.
I'll break you down. I live for this. I'll see you caught. Mark my words.
Nick, you there, yeah?
Kindness springs from wisdom, and wisdom weaves new bonds. I've long awaited the thread that would lead you here. As you know, we witches are wielders of arcane power. It is our duty to keep balance between this world and the abyss. But of late, forces have risen to suppress our power. The sanctuaries that anchor our magic and uphold order. They seek to seize them and drown them in darkness. We ask that you help restore the fallen sanctuaries and restore order.
All right.